Hey guys, welcome to today's backtesting session. So we're gonna quickly explore a backtesting session in which we will explain how it works so this is kind of like how it works, and then after that I will show you the parts of how it works. Okay. So first of all, I would like to explain how the electricity starts happening. So it's gonna be a very natural process like this. So first, with the price, exchange the learning space. Then start essentially something like this, right? Start intelligence, that is just like making an horizontal piece, right? Because there is a lot of flexibility in those tasks, right? So you really much that we're in a business like example. And of course, you already know that also there are always solutions for the now, this is the price area of the but we can do this. We can the price to break it into this enter in one of these first blocks and then up and up, right? Now, this pattern that we are discussing right here called six pattern that comes that is work in the next way. We have actually this case right, and after the we have after so to get up out of the pattern, which is pattern that pattern is also old, right? Remember that at first moment it was for right? And now after this basic and this other we have this and things that I call the strong flow, which is that this flow is highly respected and the price of the option as an example. It also goes announcement that please for example in this when you find this point a very significant example with a better right? After this is explained, we can use the next sentence and I was going to analyze the I work, right? So, as the people actually analyze the price before, we got this people analyze the really people that people very, yeah, because the very people, like here, you can see the price, the answer, and after the price, you know, the same, was price enter here, and the question now, do this, to update the price, now, after this was you might your art or the software or creator and the big signal here and or things. However, I don't like it that much, so there's a lot of but let's right? So this was so high in another time, right? So the place actually getting perfect. Okay, this is the place for the stuff and the deal or in the great place even more so that it's one action is actually going to if that secure change happen with the hammer, well, that's the feature. So maybe for the focus right, it's really good time and this, we can get way back to the time now after the safety, at the end of the clock, and there is a third that should happen. Okay, very close, I think, yeah, the thing is very close to the clock. Let's move it down. Now, the possibility is that the price is, so my comment is the price maybe the down. After reaction, is that I don't know. Maybe it's one, accumulate, money back. And this has already actually worked for a while, I would say. Let's see what actually happens. Okay, then the reaction is expecting. Let's see what up the positive. Yeah, now after the reaction is the onset, the price is getting somebody and now it's right now the price is getting down. So I think it's yeah, it was great. We get to see what it's that option. Now it looks like, and now it's how this also for here. For my hand, for my hand, it's not valid. Why? Because uh, this is actually more the duty, right? The front, the duty, the front. Instead of the price, it's one of the zone, you act, I would say, I what I expected to expect you to look at it. Now, actually, this happens with the we're getting we, the blue side is good. Now we're gonna do is that we're gonna wait for a just like this, the first here, and the price can this is a better but and now we're gonna wait for a big structure come on that people see actually happening first that committed. Now may the price actually react here. So yeah, yes, for us here we have to make it about under the price break high, make it all right. Now let's see. I but think this is consider now this sort of stuff right here as more of a like because now and also we can their training. These training are so we actually have to respect all the types of very happy that you have. You have yeah, I will say that if you want to change because maybe those anyway already experiencing now actually going to one of yourself is like I will thinking this is eating structure all right now let's try to find here or big and after find this about it I can know that I can and also you know that I know so now we have graph that they go to the oh here right all right now we have a first of the point but it's for now after the for actually that can done like the why because the global people kind of it's quite good and also the amount of there's a lot of there's people and yeah, I think I know people that people think people guys are better people well they're considered but it's enough for people so that's why other like about right there's general like perspective knowledge like I think keep up with this what 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 happen so that so they cannot be as a big another from those but not because they know all right I think uh now here you have a I'm gonna think this as an some uh, structure for the after the break so whatever happens we will become almost confident all that the human race is people important but I will consider it consider you know that either I will now the right here yeah basically I'm not our teacher was validated for the right people by I feel about actually some process with a dependent so that actually start yeah Yeah, the most for the babies and the line open. I think when it's six, the size space is exactly at that. All right, now let's enter on number. This has number that that C and then question to the next. After the statement, we find that for this one, for we find that right of the in for the that we can. And now the fifth plan later, we said the right the two for the first and the rest of the second. All right, now let's see what I can have. now we have to okay, look at the now we go have to change the base size with at least and I look at all of the things that I think all these maybe like have a pretty for business for the athlete. Now, fine as this as it is very important. I mean, the side has less here, for still, let's see the side actually now. So, okay, now we have a break of the better kind of now we are in a where right? We can make a break actually go to here. Let's see here. Still can buy a maybe little. So, the was we can sort of now the now I all the time there are currently the price has been pretty sort of the oldest now I make so all these are the that's why I would you know like this is fine. So like now make that now we have to get the tax. So now the tax is your eyes, and at the time, you know, to go out, right? So, like, okay, slowly do so, because I use a very good yeah. You just see the now, the light, the out. This goes slowly, or most likely to be more, yeah, so if you have things go, you know, that's when you have to go. Now I think that and for this I will here now you know for strong strong much better than people who trying to do it. Now I think that I still have another option. I told you to have a capability to do it next year. You know,
All right. Let's try to speak again. Let's see. Hello, hello. All right. Let's try to speak again. Let's see. Hello, hello. Much better. All right. Let's try to speak again. Let's see. Hello, hello. Much better. All right. Let's try to speak again. Let's see. Hello, hello. Much better.
Right, guys. So now let's continue with the analysis. All right. So let's go. So as we were saying, this low which was here, it took the liquidity, and now we have here a boss. Excellent. And now let's see what actually happens after this movement. It's having a reaction, but as I told you, there was liquidity below this low. So now let's see if it respect this one. No, it didn't respect it, so it just continued pushing down. Now, because there was a lot of liquidity. And if you remember, I didn't mark this as a strong low because this was in an imbalance. So when they are reacting in an imbalance, there's liquidity the prior edge, and I wouldn't consider it as a entry point. Now look at the next. We're extending or unmitigated decisionals and order blocks. Now let's see the next. This order block, which is located here, could be a great entry point for in the future. And let's see, let's say that the sell that we put here, oh my gosh, it actually worked. And now you know why the price is pushing this. I mean, this is strong with this. Wow, this huge um, movement. It's because we are in 2008. It means that we are in middle of the crisis. So yeah, 10%, almost 11% in just few months. All right, now we're looking for a bottom or a planetary action point, which is this imbalance. Well, sorry, this decisional. Yeah, this decisional we got here. Do we have more? Yeah, we still have more. Look, more of the blocks left. Even this one and even this one. So the price, when the price leaves these huge gaps in certain moment of the time, it will go and will fill them, and no matter how much it takes, but it will do it. Now let's see what actually happens here. Yeah, it's enough to have a great reaction. I was that's something I was expecting to do. Let's see what actually do here. Let's try to recover in a little bit. It re-entered in this order block. Um, yeah, there were still a lot of highs to be taken. Let's see if it continues with the downtrend. Well, it did continue, right? So you see, that's why I mark this order block as a possible entry point. But our strong highs is still this, so it's actually super high. Now let's see what will keep continue. What will happen? Maybe we will wait for a reaction here. Let's see if this actually happens. Wow. Yeah, it was an impressive crash of the GPUSD at that time. Yep. So now, as you can see, well, actually we can confirm or we can update our strong high. Since the price entered in this order block right here, and we got this confirmation, we can see here that there is liquidity taken, a liquidity grab here, and after this liquidity grab, we have a breakup structure with a body of a candle, which is this one. Now we have already successfully updated our strong, yeah, or strong high means that we're bullish at this moment, and the price has left us this order block here. Now, if we find plenty of liquidity, but it was already taken. It was left, and now we have a reaction here, a continuation, right? So now, because of these highs that are here, mhm, so this is liquidity. This is liquidity. Wait here. So let's mark a better order block, which I would say would be this one, this very beautiful green candle that appears here. All right, now let's see what happens. Continue with the downtrend. Holy moly, the continuous breaking or entry points. So actually, to guess a retracement here will be a little bit difficult.
This one was one of the best, which worked. But now let's see why this one didn't work. We have to go back. You know the reason why? Below this low, there were plenty of liquidity. So now the price actually is here, but all of this is liquidity. So maybe the price may react. Look in this one, boom, in this order block. Why? Here is still a lot of liquidity. You see, look from this low, which did not enter in the decision, to this point here. So it's a lot of liquidity accumulated. The price may come here, excuse me my language, may come here, took the liquidity and continue pushing. Maybe have a reaction. Still, there is a lot of liquidity below this low. Maybe here, no, this is still liquidity. Honestly, it can even come to the beginning. Look, when this the data that we have from this market, from the GBP/USD on trading view, is that the GBP/USD, or the British pound, opened the market in 2003 at the price of, was 2000, no, 2002, at more or less $1.4, 1.46, right? Now, I would say the price will get to the very start order block here, unless it reacts here, because it's actually a very good, it's a really good entry point. But since it's impressive the amount of the level is going down, well, we see it didn't respected it. So in markets like as dangerous as this one, this is what a global financial crisis can do. Oh gosh. All right, now the price is having a certain type of retracement. Why here? Well, maybe there is an imbalance or an order block we didn't spot it. Oh yeah, now I know where it's going. Still, there is a lot of liquidity below this high with this order block. Look, here is where the price is actually having its retracement. Still, this is a lot of liquidity to be taken, so we'll be patient and we'll see. Here, let's see if this actually respects this point or it doesn't. Now continue with our analysis. After this breakage, we have had this boss break of structure, and now we have this order block. Now, if we have plenty of liquidity that could validate this entry point, we will consider it as a nice entry area. Let's see if that actually happens, and if we actually can work with this. Let's see. Well, continue to go down. Now, as you can see, it actually reacted in our order block. It was not mitigated, so this one, boom, nice reaction. Let's see if this is enough to have an end of a range, right? So the British pound collapses, as you could see. Wow, wow. Now we are actually having a certain type of reaction from the price, which is cool. I like to see this. Now let's see the next. To all of these highs. This is most like a trend line. Here. Yep, this is a trend line, so this is liquidity. Well, so the price is actually making a consolidation phase here, which is fine. I like it. Look, to the liquidity, boom, and now we're waiting for a break of structure, which means a boss. It did it. All right. This is still dangerous to do, but we can find here a buy entry point here. Yep, it's having a small reaction, but it simply just continue with the downtrend, right? So it was dangerous to do. I said. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Now let's try. I'm trying to update our new range high, but it's difficult. Um, Maybe this one could be our range high. Yes. Mm, this can be our new range beginning. Yeah, but we have a boss here, break of structure, and look, do we have? Oh no! Oh gosh, we have get to the. Okay, here's where the British pound loses, let's say, its power, because 6 years after we start analyzing it, it gets to its all-time lows. Wow, it's impressive how the market can make these huge and drastic movements with a currency. Let's continue. Now, all right, it's having a reaction. Would this be our entry or order block? Hell no, I don't know. It's not enough liquidity there. Apparently, it respected it anyway. This one here. Well, taking into consideration that it has to get to its all-time lows. Well, maybe yes, right? Perfect. Now it's entering here and continue with it on. Let's see what the prices shows to us. Now we will have here another order block here, downtrend. This will be a very short block. We have liquidity prior this entry point. Definitely, yes, we do have it. Look, these are some highs that can be mitigated by the price. Yep, these highs can be mitigated by the price in any point. It's really close, we didn't enter. Still liquidity accumulated. I mean, this is still liquidity. This this is the low. The lowest low, literally. So 35% of its power it loses. All right, now look, it really entered here. Oh no 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 not yet. Sorry sorry. It's almost about to. Yep, now it entered. Oh wait, no not yet. Still doing it. All of this is liquidity. So all of these are highs to be taken or mitigated in any point. Now the price is getting close to our order block without mitigation or without any type of liquidity taken. And okay, and let's see if it has a reaction or it breaks our high. I mean this high. And now we have a new direction or bullish trend, let's say. Yeah, now we have a new bullish trend. Now, why it happened? Because the price get to this order block, and with this breakage here, I would say this one here. Mhm. With this post break of the structure, it confirmed the change of direction. Maybe I think this is the cycles Ray Dalio was talking in one of his videos when he says that this is like long cycle, uh, long range or long term cycles, and it is 6 years to get to its all time high and just 1 year to get to its all time low. And now the cycle will repeat. Let's see. Now this high has been broken. Good. We have a liquidity taken, and now we're gonna wait for a bust or a break of structure, which is here. Now we also need to see if below these lows there is certain order block which are not mitigated yet, and if the price will likely respect it. Maybe this one. Maybe you can enter here and continue with the uptrend, or mm, go even this down to get not this one, only this one. If we have a break of a structure with a body of the candle, we can determine that this is our new strong low. Yep, now we can determine it. This is our new strong low because it follows or confirmations to say it. Entering an order block, break with with a body of the candle, and now we have a new strong low. Now this strong low has some entry areas, which is with this stream of move creator, which I don't consider it would get to this point until certain moment. All right, now here is if you see the price can have certain retracement in these order blocks we mark here. So this one and this one. Oh, sorry. So here we may have certain reactions or retracements from the price because these are actually very non-mitigated order blocks that the price left. Now, would the price have a reaction in all of them? We don't know. We're just gonna see if this actually happens or not. We need to be aware because now the GBP USD is in a bearish trend since its crash from the 2000, right? Now, like we could see, this could be like a huge retracement in a maybe monthly time frame, or actually in a yearly time frame. Why not? Right. Let's continue with the analysis. All right, now the order block has been activated. Do we have a break of the structure with a body of the candle? Yes, we have it. So there are plenty of possibilities now. So we have here a boss. These highs are followed by this sort of block. So I imagine or I expect the price to get to this one here, just the new range creator, mob creator. There's a lot of liquidity. That's why I don't like this one. You see? So all these highs were taken and the price respected this order block we marked here, which was the extreme of move creator. And why was the reaction there actually working? Because all these lows had liquidity prior its entry. Let's see. This is just yeah. So the price actually took the liquidity and yeah, it entered here. Here maybe in lower time frames there was a nice order block, and that's why the price entered here. So as you can see, is this one, this candle wick here, entered here and continue with the downtrend, which is fine. Now we have now a new range. Now the strong high. Now the bullish trend has already continued, or yeah, continue with our bearish trend. So this is what actually happens here. Breakup structure. Um, this may be an entry point. This is our extreme move creator. Good. This is liquidity prior this order block, and this order block will be working just if there is enough liquidity prior this point, so we can actually take this as a consideration. Let's see. Okay, now we have enough highs. I would say yeah, this order block will work. Right now the price is entering here. I would say it will work, may work, because it took the liquidity of this. Now let's see if actually that happens or not. Nope, it entered here in the order block. So it took also the liquidity of these highs that we had here. Jesus. Yeah, there you go. So you had a reaction, but not a really good one. Now let's see what happens. Alright, so price actually continued the uptrend. So um yeah, let's continue. Let's see, let's see. Until the price do not break this high. Let's see. This will become automatically or strong low once the price breaks this with this high that we have here. Well, but the price didn't do it. Okay, so far, right? So far. So the price actually entered here. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's continue. Yeah, I would say the price will enter on this because here these highs are too connected, and there's a great chance to be mitigated by the price. So let's see what actually happens. Even though we have, look, we may consider this as an order block, this one here. Why? Because now we have a high here, and if the price makes another one, like it has already done it, this is liquidity. So this liquidity can be taken definitely. As I said, it was taken. Fortunately, it didn't get to our order block. Yeah, and now this now we're gonna see if this high that we have here can be considered or new range beginning, which I consider it would be because of the next. It took the liquidity of this high, and now it entered in a block, which was this one. Even though, yeah, I know it wasn't completely high, so it should be entered here to follow completely the rule, but it didn't. Still, it works because it entered in the order block, respected it, and did not break it with a body of the candle. So that's why I will continue taking this as an entry point. And then it made this break of the structure with a body of the candle. This one, the boss. Great, and now we have a decisional, which is this one. Yep, and this is it. Now we keep updating our price. We know that this is no longer or low, right? But we have here another liquidity entry point. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's going downwards so freaking. Yeah, it's going downwards with a lot of speed. So yeah, so wow. Mhm. Now, as I can see now, this order block can be valid because of the next reason. This high is liquidity and this other high is also liquidity. Even though there's liquidity above these highs, because we're in a very strength, we just need to continue with the liquidity patterns. Unless the price made a break a range ending and we can see a potential change of market shift, right? Now look at the next. It's likely what it's doing now. No, it's likely, but it's not. If this the price breaks this high with a body of the candle, I will see what happens. I will change my mind. Right, so it's entering. So all of this is liquidity. Now the liquidity is not this high; it has been taken. Now it's all of this. Let's see what actually happens here. Let's see. Let's see. Well, it was respected. Wow, funny to say. Funny to say. So it didn't took this one, but it took this one. It took this one. Sorry, this one which was here. Boom. It entered here. Now it made a break of the structure with a body of the candle. And after this body of the candle breakage, it continued with the downtrend. Right, so now this will confirm a new range beginning because this is following our pattern confirmation. Excellent, let's keep moving. Now we have this potential retracement point or liquidity. All right, not so sure. Maybe it could be broken as well. Yeah, here. Let's see what happens. Right, continue with this movement. Here is a high. Here's another high. The price may continue with the downtrend, I'm pretty sure. The price has entered in a order block, but it also can make a range change of character, market shift. Since we have a boss here, mm, well, this would be our entry point. So this was not respected, it entered here. I would say that the price will continue pushing up. It made a break of the structure, it entered here in this decisional. And then it re-entered here, so it's a continuation pattern. That's why it respected this point. All right, let's see. Yep. Now we have this as our new strong low. Now again, we're in a bullish strength. Fortunately, right? Reacting this after all this liquidity that was actually happening in there. Yep. Now we're again in a bullish strength. Awesome. Now all these order blocks we are not mitigated can be spot as potential retracement points. Now, if you can see here, this could be your decisional, but since there's a lot of liquidity, I will consider just this one. And this will be our movement creator, which means our extreme. And now let's do the same exercise. Let's wait and see. Hmm. Again, so the price is okay. If I see potential liquidity above this high, above this order block, well, then I would change my mind. I consider this as an entry area. It's actually having or doing something similar, but all right. You see this one? Can you see spot this one? The order block which is below the one I marked. It has even more liquidity. So this is the one I like the most. All right. So this reaction for me it's cool. Right. Continue with the uptrend. No problem. So it did actually react here. So again, if we have this a liquidity sweep and a break of this high, we can consider this as our new strong low. Let's see. Not yet. Not yet actually. And in this point, it made a retracement. This is not a strong high so far. This is just a reaction from this entry point here, pause, break of structure, and now here. It came here again. Oh yeah, it entered here in this order block. Oh no, it didn't. Well, just continue with the uptrend. All right, so let's keep watching the price. Now this low will become or strong low definitely because it has done a breakage and it entered in another block. This one. Right here. Let's continue. Analyzing this. It had a reaction here. Good. Now all the liquidity that is below these lows can be taken. Pretty sure about it. So you see all of this is liquidity. All of this is liquidity. From this point to this one. So would the price respect this? Not so sure to be honest. Not that sure to be honest. Continue. Enter here. It entered in the order block, but I would consider the price may enter not in this one, but in the one which is below. I mean this one. In the extreme of movement creator, this one. Because this is liquidity prior to this point. So let's see. Alright, now it entered. Yep, and it's trying to respect it, but not that much, honestly. So why, as I said to you before, there is a lot of liquidity below this low. Look. Sorry. Look. So I'm not so sure if actually it's gonna do it. Mm, mm, Well, let's continue with analysis. But since it has done the end of the range, it has done this break of the structure and has reacted here. So we have two potential entry points to sell. So one will be this one here, which is also being mitigated. But if we refine it a little bit more, it's still not mitigated. Supply area. The price can continue get to this point and continue with the downtrend. So let's see what actually happens. Right, and entered. It's having a reaction. Let's see if it respects this or not. Okay, didn't. Well, now never mind. So it actually respected this order block here because we're in a bullish trend. That's what we were expecting. So the price to continue to respect this. Perfect. That's what it did. We're happy with the result. Still, we mark this as a possible entry area because, you know, the price can do whatever it wants to do. Yep, now you can continue with the options. Now look at the next. The price actually reacted in this order block right here. So this is an order flow order. The question is how far the price can continue pushing up. Pretty sure maybe, okay, I would say until this point here. Why? Because there is a lot of liquidity here accumulating on these highs. It doesn't mean that the price won't react on the order blocks we marked, like this one that I'm highlighting here. But still, there is a lot of liquidity and chances for the price to took the liquidity. So here we can see a possible retracement to make more liquidity. But now let's see, let's continue. Liquidity, continuation pattern, it's pushing upwards. Let's see what happens after this. Okay, so far I think I hope you have enjoyed this analysis so far. After certain hours, it's getting not boring but tiring as always. Now continue pushing up. Let's see if it has a reaction here. Right, so the price entered in this order block, which wasn't mitigated so well, and now it has entered here. Once the price make this box with the body of the candle, we can continue updating our strong high. It has done it, perfect. Now we can say that this is our strong high, sorry, strong low, excuse me. This one, strong low. Be inside the order block, give it a pattern confirmation, liquidity, and plus a break structure. Everything has been confirmed so far, good. Maybe it has a reaction here, but let's see. Well, it can enter on this order block, which is not mitigated yet. This one, or even this one. Good. Yep. As we said before, it could enter here. That's what it did. Until which point? Remember, we said it will continue pushing upwards. So let's see if it breaks this, but with this high with about the candle, will be cool. Nice. Reacting here, but no. Okay. It didn't break it, and it didn't get to these highs. So maybe it's because it wants to take this liquidity, which is below this point. Mm, we're not yet in a bearish trend. We need to a breakage with about the candle right here. It seems that it will make it very soon. So let's try to analyze it next. This order block, which is the closest, can be a potential entry point to sell. Supply, because there's highs here. Let's see what happens. Okay, we get it to this point. Oh, but firstly, it took the liquidity of these lows right away. Now, with a body of the candle, all right, yes. So we confirm we're in a bearish trend now. So we can be happily comfortable with this. Now this is our strong high. This one here. The price can continue pushing up, definitely, until this order block here. Wait, until this order block here, which because is the extreme of creator. And also there's a lot of highs here. So let's see what happens. Yep, seems it didn't do it. Or will it be do it? Yeah. Continue. It went to the entry point here, and now it's pushing down. Good. Yeah, now we have this breakage here, and after this breakage we can find a new order block, which could be, there are two decision order blocks. This one here, and this one here. I like much more number two, this one. Now we have liquidity prior the entry point. Wow, it just continued pushing down. Didn't provide us a chance to enter. Now, potential retracement points could be this one. Well, actually, no, this one, no. This one. You know why I'm not highlighting this, right? Yeah, because these lows, which is this, which is liquidity prior the entry point. All right, it's actually doing a retracement, night retracement. Remember, we have this order block, which is the one we like to enter the price here, but also we have this one, which is already liquidity here. Yes. Now we have three possible order blocks. And which will be the one who will work? Well, uh, the one who has more liquidity close to it, like this one, 10 and 10. So this is liquidity. Good. Let's see. It enters. Now it also took the liquidity of this high and enters to our second decisional. And it seems that this second one, so this one wasn't the proper one, but the second one was the one who was respected. And now the prices continue with its downtrend, right? As we expected it would do. Now, after this break of a structure, I would say better this one. With a bite of the candle, this decisional here will become our entry point again because we have plenty of liquidity prior this point, which is the liquidity, this one. Now it's being broken. Alright, time's up, it's finished. Let's try to see what happens, and we're gonna finish with this backtesting session from now. Entered, it entered. That's right, as we were expecting. The price will get to this supply zone. It's having a reaction. Will this respect this point? We actually don't know, to be honest. The price reacted here. This was a valid order block. Definitely was. Yeah, it was a valid order block. But oh, you see this one? But this one looks even much better. This one. Yeah, because this is prior liquidity. So there is no liquidity. This is liquidity prior this order block. Even though there's a lot of liquidity prior this one as well, but I would rather prefer to see a reaction on this one than in the one is having a reaction. So let's see what actually happens, and we can finish our back testing from today. What time? We have analyzed 2 years, 6 years of the GBP USD. I just want to see if this actually respects this one. If it doesn't, it's fine, no problem. Right? It did not, so it did not respect it, and it actually continued with this. So now, after this movement, we can say that we have a new strong, new bullish impulse. And here's where we're gonna finish this class. Well, at the very beginning, we couldn't listen because it was actually this. The audio was horrible at the very beginning, to be honest. But anyway, right, guys. So we're gonna stop here. Thank you so much for watching. From those watched, and that would be all. See you then in the next session.